Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and I'm just going to wait for everyone. I see someone. Hi. This is not stable. Hopefully, the connection will be good. I hope everybody can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Hi, guys. Hi, Silvana, Latima, Jessica, Christina, Dee. Hi, guys, gals. Okay, cool. So I'm just checking here to see comments on my community tab post. I think it did get seen. So, hi guys. Hi, hi, Lance. Mr. Shoddy Red. That's not everybody's coming on. Yay. Nice to see you guys. Thank you for being here. I am going to be doing some readings, but I want to talk about some things and kind of update you. I've been doing the psychic readings, as you know. I haven't been doing them like I was, primarily because of my recent diagnosis as a type 2 diabetic. And so I'm taking care of myself. Stress is something that I found that is not good for diabetics. And even though I am, pretty much been doing this for many, many years and I'm good at it, I still want to take care of myself. And that's something that a lot of you out there, and I love y'all for that, have been very sweet. Definitely doing that. I wanted to update you guys. So I was doing research. I'm the type of person, I don't like to be poked using one of those diabetic monitors, even though I have the manual one, that requires lancets and whatnot. But I decided to get the Freestyle Libre, and basically that's what I have right here. What it is, it's a little like digital thing, and then you have, where is it? A little monitor screen here, and all you do, I know it kind of sounds like we're being tracked, but all you do is you just lay it over it, and it will read your blood sugar. Now, right now it's a 100, but I did just finish eating. And again, so my blood sugar has been really good. I've been taking care of myself, drinking lots of water, plant-based diet, a lot of greens, yes, like a lot of you are commenting. And so in the mornings, like when I wake up, typically it's around 89, 90, sometimes 110, which is typical with a type 2 diabetic. And the thing is, I didn't know, like I said before, that I was. Thank you guys for your prayers. I really appreciate all the prayers that I can get. I'm really taking it seriously. But it's a day-by-day thing. Yes, alkaline foods, lemon water, yes. I know all the stuff. It's kind of hard to be reintroduced into a new world. It's almost like a new world, learning how to read labels and all that good stuff. But I'm doing pretty good there. I did get my eyesight checked because being a diabetic, you have to do that, and it was perfect. So I didn't have any problems, thank God, with my eyesight. And I'm trying to think what else is going on. Oh, I'll be getting braces soon. So you're going to be seeing my teeth with braces. And this is part of my transformation to kind of, love myself better. And also, I want to get my teeth just fixed. I'm 37 years old. You're never too late to invest in yourself. And that's something that I am, being very vocal about using this platform. Because I want a lot of you out there to know, and also be empowered to have your glow up as well. Hi, Lawanda. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. And so I've also lost 12 pounds. I don't know if you can tell. I can tell. I still have a triple chin, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just very motivated. When you start seeing results and treating your body right, it's really good. The one thing that I'm trying not to do is really just like look at the scale every day and see my weight loss journey, because I've been told, and it's kind of not healthy to get that obsessive over your weight. So I'm checking it like once a week, but yeah, 12 pounds is a lot, but it was a very rigorous and very, very low carb diet. Now, for those of you that are listening, you're probably not like wondering, like, what do you mean low carb? Because a lot of people don't know what a low carb diet is. Like I said, it's broccoli, it's cauliflower, it's green beans, it's lentils, it's spinach, it's kale, it's that with no salt or very little salt, or substituting with like, seasonings like accent, stuff like that, and very small portions of protein. Now, I'm just going to spend like maybe 15 minutes going over this because a lot of people, I want to use this platform to educate, like I said, about this disease since I have it, or this illness, whatever you want to call it. But size of protein typically should be about the size of your palm. If it's bigger than that and you're getting like a big old, 2 portions of chicken breast, that's overdoing it. And that's one of the bad habits that I had, honestly. Eating because I would feel like, I needed seconds, etc. So it's like restricting that. Drinking a lot of water before meals will fill you up, and also after. So yeah, it's a big process. And I'm just trying to stay positive like I always am with everything. And it's working. So hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. I was just telling everybody about my journey, being, diabetic, and now trying to reverse it. And your prayers are definitely welcome and appreciated by me. So don't take your health for granted. Also wanted to talk about the full moon that's coming up on the 15th. So there's going to be a lot of intense energy shifts between here and there. A lot of you are probably feeling it right now. The Mercury retrograde just ended, but sometimes like 2 weeks after the retrograde, we start still, to have these effects where communication is still maybe not the best. And so, yeah, that's going to continue. Thank you guys. You're so sweet. I'm reading all the comments about your prayers. Are so sweet. So those of you also that have purchased a reading back when I had my sale at the end of June, I know a lot of you are on here. I'm working as fast as I can. I had over 80 people, go for a reading in a matter of a week that paid for a reading. So I'm pacing myself as fast as I can, but also I want y'all to realize that, because of my condition, I'm having to take care of myself. And so, I'm doing as many as I can every day. Right now, the turnaround time is between 7 to 21 business days from the day that you purchase the reading. So I'm getting them out, and I'm almost caught up. I'm almost there. So if I haven't emailed you and you paid for a reading, you can email me. Sometimes I don't get the emails. DM me on Instagram. It's at Psychic Medium Ray. So yeah, so let me go ahead and get into some of the other things that I wanted to talk about. Self-love is something that's coming up a lot for a lot of you out there that I've been reading. And I think a lot of people that are listening right now really and truly are not understanding what self-love is. Self-love is not just about, shopping or, it's how you allow other people to treat you. I've been noticing a lot of people that are in these patterns with toxicity, with narcissists, with people that are just very toxic, not maybe in a relationship, but it could just be the relationship with a family member. And it's become something that's very toxic where, they don't feel empowered to make changes, or because, they see this negativity, and as far as they succeed, any accomplishment, they're not acknowledged. There's no acknowledgement. And so that is something that I've been seeing. And like I'm saying, self-love is very important. It's not just about you. It's about loving yourself. It's your relationship with yourself. And really just, your mind, body, and soul being unified and being balanced, your chakras being balanced. It's about, how you treat your body, what you put in your body, how much rest are you getting, are you putting enough boundaries up and establishing boundaries so that people know? Are you being vocal about it? And so these are the kind of things, are you putting energetic protection around you, energetic walls, so that negativity doesn't affect you? Because believe it or not, it does affect a lot of people, and it breaks people's willpower down. And that's something that I've been seeing a lot with so many people that I read for. Hi guys, happy Friday. And so yes, you have to cut that toxicity out of your life. You have to take your control and your power back. And so how you do that is set a schedule. A lot of us are on a 24-hour clock. There's 24 hours in a day, but we don't really want to stop and like assess, where we are at in our life and what we need to change. And so that's what you need to do is like sit down and make a list of the things that you don't want to do. Here recently with me, it's been kind of like cutting down a little bit on my YouTube videos. And I'm doing them, every other day, etc. But for a best friend of mine, who's also a YouTuber, she was doing like monthly horoscope readings, and she was so dedicated to it, but she has tons of clients as well. And so she had to like stop doing these monthly horoscope readings. For me, I used to do daily horoscope readings, and I had to stop that because it became too much. I didn't want to stop it because part of me felt like people needed it, but at the same time, I was putting myself last. And look at me now. This is why I probably have diabetes, not just because of the food, but because sometimes we put ourselves last. And that's a very powerful message that I want to leave with you today. If you're tuning in to this now live, or you tune into this later, you do need to set boundaries, respect your body and your energy, and know that there's always tomorrow. Even if you feel like you can't, complete something, or you're going to let someone down. Sometimes it's hard, but sometimes we're going to let people down. We're going to have to, not live up to a promise or expectation if it becomes kind of to the point where it's going to be harmful for us. And so that is the part about, taking back the power and control. So those of you that are really, out there and are, overstretched or super stretched and always want to appease people or make people happy, those are the kind of things that we need to kind of change in our life, because the moment that you change that, it's going to be a weight lifted off of you, and you're definitely going to feel much more relief and pressure released. Yes, it's okay to speak up, and that's the message that I want to give to all of you out there. You definitely speak up. So, establishing boundaries, completely establishing boundaries. Also, I've been noticing for the last couple of days outside, when I go outside, that there's a lot of butterflies. And that's a symbol for me, for spirit that's around. So I'm paying attention now to a lot of the symbols and signs that are around me. And, a lot of people are asking, about spirit totems or animal totems, and what they symbolize. For butterflies, it can be a past loved one that's coming through, letting you know that they're okay. There's a saying, when a feather appears, an angel is near. But I always say also, when a butterfly appears, an angel is near. So, if you are seeing butterflies, definitely pay attention to that. If you're seeing dragonflies, pay attention to that. If you're seeing, ladybugs, these are signs and symbols that are being put in your path. Crows are messengers. That's a very good question. So if you're seeing crows or grackles, those blackbirds, these are spirit messengers, and they're basically delivering some type of message to you. A lot of people see them as negative or something that's like an omen of bad luck, but they're not. And basically, they are messengers, and they're giving you a message that there is something going to happen soon. It's not necessarily negative, but there is some change on the way. And typically, they will appear when you're going through some type of transformation. So pay attention to that. Cardinals, definitely are spirit totems as well. They are messengers as well. Those are more with spirits, past loved ones. But they have, there's so many different symbols, and perfume smells. Yes, you definitely can see that. So, pay attention to the synchronicities. 1111. I've been seeing 1111. In fact, today, I think I put it on my Instagram, or it was yesterday. I'm not sure. 1111. I keep seeing that. And those are the synchronicities that the Ascendant Masters are around you, and that they are, for those of you that are tuning in and are not aware of what Ascendant Masters are, they're basically teachers that have, lived here on earth, like Jesus, Mother Mary, Buddha, Yoganda, and, other people, other ones out there. There's tons of them. that are ascended masters, that are now souls that are elevated in consciousness and working on the other side with us here, and teaching us and showing us things, especially those that have a very important spiritual path or a very specific mission in life, public mission, whether it's a nurse, that you're a nurse, or you're doing something like that. Guys, thank you, Taylor B, for asking that question. I will be doing some readings in just a moment. If you want to donate, that will go towards supporting my channel. That doesn't guarantee that I'll read for you, but it's welcome and really appreciated to support the channel. So thank you so much. This is also a time I want to talk about, really, I'm just taking my sandals off so I'll be more comfortable. Using candle magic, and I've talked about candle magic a lot. For those of you that are getting very interested in the topic or have had some interest in it, thank you so much, Tamika. Yeah, get into reading about the different color of candles. White candles are typically, I'm just dropping some little basic knowledge here for those of you that are tuning in. White candles are for purity, for balance, connecting to your angels, spirit guides. Very good. You can dress them with angelica root. You can use hyssop. You can use different types of herbs around it, cinnamon, cloves. And these are going to all be kind of like amplifying that kind of energy. Green candles are for health, prosperity, Archangel Raphael, bringing in money, also like removing roadblocks or opening pathways for you. And so green is good for that. Red is good for love. It deals with like the bloodline, with love, your ancestors. A lot of power behind the color red when you're working with that. It's also a color of Archangel Michael. That Michael is blue, but he also people can use red when we were talking about Archangel Michael. And so those are very good for like love spells or just love, drawing in love, loving yourself. Pink candles are about love as well, loving yourself. And basically those are for like love. And then you have black candles. People think that black candles are bad, and they're not. Black candles are to banish, to bind, to reverse, or to, to kind of transmute negative energy and make it into positive energy. So black candles, a lot of people are fearful of it, but don't be fearful of it, because it's all behind the intentions of what you're going to be using the candles for. Yellow is for positivity, for happiness, also to kind of invite a lot of the angels, the archangels in, like Archangel Uriel, etc. And then let me see what other candle that I not meant. Purple is a very spiritual color. It's also can be used in some cases to bind, and also to kind of reverse something. So you can definitely use that color. I'm trying to think what other color did I miss. Orange is a road opener type of color. It will remove blocks, etc. Yes, guys, please hit the like button and go ahead. If you are tuning in on your computer or on your phone, go in and message your friends to come and join this. Share it. I will be doing readings shortly. I'm going to be doing this until 8, so I'll be here like an hour and a half with y'all. So far, we are 20 minutes into this live show or broadcast, and so I'm having fun just talking about different things. There will be doing some readings, so you can ask your questions. Gray candles, I haven't used gray candles, but to me it would be like a balance between negative and positive. Like, well, not negative and positive. It would be like a neutral color, gray magic. I would say it would be more like to maybe work with releasing, but I could be wrong. If there's anybody else that is here that is very maybe skilled in magic or candle magic and knows what the color gray would stand for, please share, because I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything. I don't when it comes to, some things. I'm still learning. And so I don't know about that color, but I know that gold is a very powerful one for money, manifesting. And one of the things that my friend Pam talked about is that you can use magnetic sand to kind of put that around there, and also catnip. I know a lot of people think, why catnip? Well, it's a very powerful herb. And so people put it around to dress their candles. When we talk about dressing candles. We're talking about putting herbs on the candle after you put oils on there, or putting herbs all around your candle, depending on what type of candle you have. If you have a tapered candle or a pillar candle, well, then you would probably rub oil over it and then put some of that on it, rub it on it. Or you could also put it on the bottom base of it. If you have a glass candle, then you would put it inside the candle. But you can also, one of the things that Jessica from the House of Hoodoo, who is in New Orleans, she's amazing. I love her, and I buy all her fixed candles. So if you haven't gone to the houseofhoodoo.com, I would definitely suggest that. On her candles, what she suggests is something about, putting your candle in a bowl of water, because water is, again, an amplifier. It is a conduit to spirit. And so I never heard of that before, but I definitely would recommend you to put your 7-day glass candles in a bowl of water. Like, not fill up the bowl, but you can. Thank you, Lance, Mr. Shoddy Red. Thank you, guys. You're so sweet. I really appreciate all of your help and support for the channel. So yeah, those are kind of the candles. I just wanted to go over that. And now we're going to go into the readings. I'm going to be using today the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Now, I know a lot of people are asking, well, probably, why don't you use your Oracle cards and show them off right now? Well, because, again, they haven't been fully released. They're in the pre-launch, pre-order, so you can pre-order them. But I also want to leave it as a surprise for my launch day, which is September 9th, when they'll officially will launch. And I will be showing every card and doing readings with the cards on here. So yeah, these are the Rider-Waite. These are one of the oldest tarot decks and illustrations. So if you have a specific question, please ask it. And if I don't read for you, I'll try to read for you. I'm going to try to get as many as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle them. And then I'm going to lay them out in front of my laptop to kind of read what it's saying before I kind of show them up. And again, I read cards differently than from what maybe some other tarot readers, read them, or oracle card readers. I read them entirely different, using my intuitive abilities, kind of processing that. So I was watching a YouTube video, like people were like saying, well, if your cards are never in reversed when you're reading them, especially like the Rider-Waite, you're not doing it right. For me, I'm going to be honest. I don't like reading cards in reverse, just because I don't know. It's just something about it. When I'm connecting to spirit, to me, spirit is not in reverse. Spirit is not going to be something negative, even though there are cards that are in the arcana, the major arcana, that can be negative, or be deemed kind of like not positive. For me, like a reverse is kind of like, and that's just me, it's kind of like backwards. And so I don't read reverse. I know a lot of my colleagues do. Are y'all like that? Any of you out there? Okay, so let me go through the list here. I'm going to scroll up. And thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you. Kaiser Sosa, you said, Ray, what do you think about the glass of water on my Fisher altar, or altar that I blessed and keep trinkets in it? And I leave it there until it gets low and I refresh it. What do you think? I think that's good. And that's especially if you're working with spirits, when you're doing candle magic, you're like giving back in a sense to your ancestors or to the spirits that you're working with. And so, yeah, it's like an offering itself. And that's what Jessica from the House of Hoodoo recommends with her candles. Okay, Miss Pink, if you're tuning in, she asked for a reading. Guys, try to be specific in what you're wanting to ask. Would you ever do a guided meditation? Jay Burton asks. I will. I'm actually working next month on developing a course. Hopefully it's available. It's going to be a psychic mediumship development course, and it will be on Vimeo, maybe like for $4 or $5. You can sign up and see each video, which will probably be like a $50 class. I'm not sure. I haven't put a price on it yet, but I'll definitely. But it'll be like all the videos all at once available to you, and you can go through them at your own pace to kind of develop your psychic abilities. So Miss Pink, I'm going to just pull out 3 cards, and I'm going to kind of read them the way that I am getting them, and please hold on to. Guys, when I'm doing these readings, these are kind of general readings since there's a lot of energy here. It's not going to be extremely specific, but I will do my best using my ability. So the first card that I got for you, Miss Pink, is the Towers. The Tower. When I see the Tower, for me, it means change. Maybe in your family. To me, the Tower represents your home, your sacred temple, even your body. And there is usually some kind of abrupt chaos that is in your life right now that you could be going through. This is again for Miss Pink. And so the next couple of weeks, you may be noticing it already. Your heart and soul's not at peace. There's some anxiety, some worries, things that are coming to the forefront. And this is what the Tower looks like, guys, for those of you that are not aware of this deck, the Rider-Waite. Okay, the next card I got is the Queen of Wands. For me, the Wands is the phallus. It is the representation of sexual energy. It's the representation of, and the female here with the black cat. Basically, to me, the Queen of Wands is someone that is gentle, but someone that's very assertive, very nurturing, very giving. And for you, Miss Pink, I feel like that symbolizes you. You're very, in your thoughts and who you are, you're very grounded and you know what you want. But it's just a matter of kind of like you're sitting and observing and rather than acting. And I feel like that may be holding you back in some way from achieving what you're wanting to, especially around your finances, around your love life. I pick up this around love life, again, because I see the wand. And that is exactly what I'm kind of picking up here. It's like you may be fulfilled in some areas in the past, but right now I don't feel like you're very fulfilled in the present when it comes to love, your love life, etc. So a lot of you, well, you may be asking, Miss Pink, is there someone new? Is my love life going to get better, etc.? The general connotation, depending on the last card that I pulled for you, is going to depend. So the last card I got for you is the Hermit. Okay, so when I see the Hermit, to me, that's someone that's very like introverted, someone that needs to kind of be in their own protective space and bubble, and maybe is set in their ways and not ready to adapt to change, not ready to kind of release and change a part of themselves. So maybe right now the best thing is for you to kind of remain in your own space and not really venture out. And sometimes the card can also mean that's you need to do the opposite of that. But for you, I feel like there's just so much intense energy when I'm tuning in, and I feel a lot of anxiety as I'm tuning into you, and that's for Miss Pink. So hold on to those messages. Again, these are just general readings using cards. I don't typically use cards when I do private readings, but I'm starting to incorporate them in my lives because it's not reading like off of a picture. There's just so many people, so I'm reading a lot of people. So it makes it easier to kind of validate and kind of see what I'm seeing here. And sometimes the messages are more future oriented. So, okay, let's see who is next here. Enchanted Pisces. Enchanted Pisces. Let's go ahead and pull a couple of cards for you. Are y'all having your snacks right now? Your tea? And I can't read the new comments that are scrolling down because I'm at the top. They're coming in quite a bit. So this is for Enchanted Pisces if you're still tuning in. Okay. So the first card I got for you is, let me see, is the 8 of Cups. And so with the 8 of Cups, to me, it's like right now Enchanted Pisces, there may be a situation in your life that you're needing to walk away from. Notice the cups. Cups are symbols of, when we pull the out of the minor arcana on these decks, to me, the cups represent fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment. And so in this illustration, you see a gentleman walking away, leaving these chalices behind that were full. So his cups are not full. I don't see him like full. It's kind of like being empty. But there is the sun and the moon. So there is a duality. There is a higher power here working for you right now. And basically what I feel like is that Spirit is saying right now, Enchanted Pisces, that your spirit guides are around you and they are bringing you forth the messages, and you are very intuitive yourself, which if you are a Pisces, that would make sense. You're connected to, the water. And so there's something you just need to walk away from, release, cut cords. There is change that you're going through, a transformation. The card of Judgment came up. When we see Judgment, to me, it could be feeling like you are feeling judged by people or misunderstood. People throughout your life may have not really respected you or really understood exactly what you're saying, what you're all about, who you are. And so for me, that's what I feel like with Judgment. But again, there's many different interpretations. But even though you are judged and misunderstood, there are people that do get you, and you do have your own soul tribe. So it's not all negative when it comes to the card of Judgment. When I pull it up in readings, I don't feel like it's always a negative thing. But I do feel like you are going through like the eye of the storm in some ways in your life. That's for Enchanted Pisces. And then we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm not good at Roman numerals. I never learned how to read them. I know that's horrible. So I count, the wands and stuff. So this is that card here is the 7 of Wands. Is that right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 of Wands. I know. Don't make fun of me, please, because it's funny that I don't read Roman numerals, but I never really I know the 10, and some of them really read the Roman numerals. But this card symbolizes someone that is it's an uphill battle for you, Enchanted Pisces. You're at the very top. Again, people coming at you, wanting to stop you from your progression, whether this is self-programming, that they have implemented on you, verbally, kind of not supporting you, being negative towards you. You have a lot of negative people that don't want to see you succeed, but you're going to succeed. You're already succeeding in your path, because if you notice, this guy's on top of the hill and all of the other wands are on the bottom. So it's like he's fighting them off. And that's very symbolic. It's like when we are on a journey where we're having to kind of fight for what we want. And it's not easy. It's painful. We get emotional. So if you're going through this, Enchanted Pisces, what I can tell you is that it looks like you're going to come out of this victorious, whatever this negativity is in your life. I feel like this may be more your career and your family issues, past issues with your family, maybe some current. But yeah, there's definitely some positive changes coming for you. So thank you so much. Teresa Phelps, I would love a reading. I love your channel. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Okay, so I'm going to read Teresa. And again, I read cards, so it's either to me, and you're probably maybe better than me on the tarot, using tarot cards. You're probably no, that's not right. But again, I use my intuition to read them. And so I don't always go by the photograph itself, because there's so many meanings behind the photograph. You have to learn to trust your intuition as you're doing this. And a lot of you that have known me, as I've gotten on YouTube, you're probably wondering as well, why am I using cards now? Why am I using them on my channel? I'm doing it because, again, to support my tarot readers, but also I don't see anything wrong with it. I think there's a lot of readers out there that, like myself, that don't need cards to read people, that maybe feel like they're superior because they have spiritual abilities. And you never should look down on anyone who uses tarot cards or oracle cards, because there's nothing wrong with it. It's a form of divination. So I'm just scrolling down. How long did it take you to learn to read how to read with intuition. Christina Kruger, that's a very good question. I've been using tarot cards since I was around 12 or 13, but I didn't know at the time what they really meant. And I kept just trying it. Throughout the years, I would get oracle cards, and my mom was I grew up in a single parent household. So my mom was very supportive of me having cards, and just, there's nothing wrong with it. It's better than running loose on the street and, getting in trouble with the law. So I learned over, reading booklets and manuals and stuff like that over time on how to use them, but using my intuition as well. Hi, Linda Morgan. Thank you so much. Okay, T. Rob. Hello. I would love a reading. I love you so much. I love you too. So I'm going to do a reading for T. Rob. I'm going to be doing a reading for those that are tuning in, on the Beverly Hills 90210, the reboot, the one with Shannon and all the actors except for Luke Perry. I caught the first episode, and Tori and Jenny, they were just crazy. For those of you that haven't seen that reboot, I really, really enjoyed it. It's funny because I grew up, I can't wait for this coming episode this week because Shannon, she's my favorite, Shannon Doherty, which was Prue on Charmed. I keep referring to her as Charmed, like if that was like the only thing that she's been acting in, but that's the one that I loved her the most, but also on 90210 when it came out in the 90s. So I got to see it. She's going to make her appearance. She was already on the first episode, but kind of like just a snippet, and she was on a video. So for those that haven't seen it, you probably could see it on Hulu. I'm not sure. Okay, so let me see here. Let me go up. Ooh, this is going fast. Where is it? T-Rob. Okay, so T-Rob, I'm pulling some cards for you. Okay, T-Rob. So what I'm getting for you is the Page of Swords. When I see the Page of Swords, the swords typically are, to me, when I read cards, the Rider-Waite, what I see when I see swords, the swords to me symbolize emotional conflict. They symbolize something that we have to cut out, because the sword is symbolic of like cutting things out, like, use it for fighting. It's like a card. Swords to me represent like the defensive part of our inner nature, self-preservation. They represent, to me, kind of like struggles in some kind of ways, but also protecting yourself and standing in your ground. So the Page is someone that's young. It's a younger energy. Page of Swords. So T-Rob, I don't know if you have someone that's acting immature in your life, but to me, how I interpret this is that there is somebody that maybe is coming up against you that is very immature. This could be in the present or in the past, but it could even be future oriented. But just to be on the lookout. When I see the Page of Swords, some people interpret it as someone, that's romantic or in love, kind of fighting for their other hurt person or partner. But to me, how I see it for you intuitively is that there could be something in your life right now or coming up where there is a person that it just is very immature. They may not be young. They could be your age, but there's something coming up here around a male energy, just to be on the lookout. Okay. The next card I got is the Star. And the Star is a lady, and she's, pouring some water in, and the Star to me represents illumination. It represents the inner psyche, the psychic abilities, the inner emotions, the things that stir deep within us, us recognizing patterns in ourselves that need to be changed. But also, to me, I see it almost as a positive card, not a negative card. So you're going through changes, but, I feel like there is shadow work still that you're going through, because the stars come out at nighttime. And to me, this is symbolic of what you may be going through, kind of some darker periods in your life right now, and you're kind of questioning, like, why am I going through this? Why am I struggling financially? And Spirit is saying basically that there is some light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope for you. There is a wish that you have made. So that's what I kind of see the star as, and it's positive. And again, there's water flowing. So where water is flowing, it means that your paths are opening up in many ways, and that is for T. Rob. The last card I got is the Ace of Pentacles. So when I see a pentacle, to me, that represents money. It represents your finances. Again, questions around your finances and your money. To me, this is fulfillment, meaning that you will get that job that you want. You will have financial stability. Maybe not now, but you're working towards it. So it's just about being patient. That's how I kind of see it. The hand, notice the hand is cupping. This is divinely orchestrated. It's when I see this, it's like a hand from the clouds, from the heavens. So that's how I kind of interpret it. And then, of course, you see the garden here, which could kind of be like, happiness, symbolic of happiness, and kind of like reaping your rewards. You're planting, and now you're going to be reaping that pretty soon. So for me, for you, I should say, I do see a lot of positive for you, specifically when it comes into your finances, if that has been a question or concern for you, and that's for T. Rob. So thank you so much for asking for a reading, and I hope that helps you. All right, guys, so I'm going to go down. I should teach a tarot reading class. Again, my way is probably not the way that everybody does it, because they have so many meanings. The cards can mean so many things. But it's about trusting your intuition if you're a tarot reader and using it. And that's what I noticed. A lot of good YouTube readers that use tarot, they trust their intuition, and it helps them. God knows that when I first saw the Rider-Waite Tarot back when I was 16, 12, but going into when I was 16 again, I used them again. I was like, what in the world is all this? And I would fear the devil card too. I was like, oh my God, that's horrible. The devil's around me. And then I kind of understood what the devil card is and what death symbolizes, but it really freaked me out in the beginning, because there's a lot of superstitions behind the tarot. A lot of people think that using cards, you're going to summon demons or attract negative spirits. And that's not the case. If your energy is good and it has pure intentions, and you are praying to Archangel Michael or Raphael for protection, or Metatron, the energy is going to be good. So yeah, let me explain that, because I've said that before. When we see the devil card, that's the opposite of the Lover's card. So that's typically symbolizes a relationship that is negative. There's two people, just like the Lover's card, but they're shackled to the devil, meaning that there is some kind of negative energy or vibration behind that relationship, or behind them wanting like an obsessiveness, maybe cheating, an obsession, something that pervades more of the darker aspects of a relationship. Sabotage, toxic energy. Yes, toxic energy. So, okay, Milana asks, can you please tell me if me and my Leo will work? We are in a good space, but I'm a little nervous. Your gift can assist me. Thank you. Okay, so that's from Milana. Okay, sweetheart, I saw your message, so I'm going to show the message. Oops, that's okay. And I'm gonna, there's no shame in asking. Guys, I don't judge anyone when I'm doing my private readings, even with my public readings. I don't judge anyone, whatever comes out. But I do respect on the public readings, and I don't want to kind of like give too much away if it's private. So this is from Milana. You want to know about your Leo. And I'm going to be very honest. That's why I'm very honest with what I do, okay? So if y'all don't like something that you hear, just know that it's not me trying to be negative. I keep it real all the time. So Milana, you asked about your Leo. You are in a good space, but you're nervous. Okay. So the first card, you're not going to like what I have to say, okay? You got the death card. Now, death symbolizes finality to the relationship. That's how I interpret it. It's an ending. There's an ending imminent. If you haven't ended it now, that's from Alana. There's an ending coming, okay? And it's something that you maybe not be prepared for. You're going to, go through the heart pain, the heartache, and wanting to know why. What was the answer? There's definitely something karmic about it, and that's what I get intuitively. This is not your soulmate. It's a twin flame situation with your Leo. Twin flames typically don't work out when they are in a relationship because there's so much alikeness and so much toxic energy. It's more platonic. It's more sexual. It's more about the physical than the soul connection. And a lot of twin flames tend to venture off and get that feeling of like wanting to cheat or getting curiosity, and there's no loyalty sometimes. Some twin flames can work. I'm not saying that they can't, but in this case, I don't feel like it's going to work out. The next card I got for you is the Empress. This is you. To me, when it's the Empress, it's someone that is basically, she knows what she wants. She's not going to tolerate bullshit anymore. Excuse my language. It's someone that is on her throne. She is the mother. She is the person that's not going to allow any man to manipulate her or to do, no matter how much she loves them. Okay. And so for you, I know that you love your Leo, but this is saying here to me that you have to cut cords. You're going to stand your ground. Okay. And this is validated by the last card that I got, which is the Ace of Swords. Again, swords is like cutting out. It is positive when we look at this card as the Ace of Swords. It means fulfillment. It means that you're going to get what you want, but it's not going to be always how you want it or who you want. So there is someone on the horizon for you, Milana, but it's not going to be your Leo. And I'm so sorry for that. And again, free will is here. Whatever I give you today, note that you have free will. You can change it. And that's why I give these messages and these readings, because you have free will to change the future. Nothing's written in stone. But as far as what I'm getting right now is a snippet, I'm just being very honest. The answer is no, but there is change for you. There is somebody else on the horizon. Okay, that's from Milana. So thank you so much for your question. Run. Somebody said run. All right, so I'm just reading through the questions. 111 people are watching. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. I love you so, so much. Miss Leo Tarot, would you like a reading? Do you see me getting married again and having kids in my future? Okay, Miss Leo Tarot. I love your energy, sweetheart. I'm going to pull some cards for you. That's her. Oops. Miss Leo Tarot. Well, apparently my shuffling skills are not good today. I love you guys, and I really appreciate y'all being here and being patient. And I, especially not getting mad at me if you've donated. Like I said, it goes towards helping my channel. It doesn't guarantee a reading, so I just want you to know that, okay? So Miss Leo Tarot is asking about getting married again. And Kaiser Sosa, I see your question, hon. I'm going to get to it in just a minute. Miss Leo Tarot. Okay, I'm going to pull some for Miss Leo. Okay, Miss Leo. And some people, they like to pull cards from the deck. Well, I mean, like cut the deck in three. I don't. I do it differently. I let my fingers guide me in the deck. And I just pull from where I feel guided to by spirit. Okay. Okay. Miss Leo, as far as kids are concerned, marriage, you asked about your marriage, about getting married again, I believe. Your love life, basically. I see struggles here. This is the 10 of Wands. Again, the phallus, the male energy, the wanting of love. There's different connotations behind this. To me, it's like, notice that he has one. He has all the wands. He pulled them away. He's been through the ringer, but notice how he's kind of tired. He's just kind of hunchback, and he's barely, walking. For you, Miss Leo Tarot, I feel like this is saying that, you're at that point in your life, you're tired of all the men that are dramatic, all the lies, all the deceit. You're at that point, and I don't know if you're getting headaches, because I'm getting a massive headache here in the back of left side of my head as I'm tuning into you, or you had someone that passed from a stroke or something related to your head. I don't know, but it's someone that's around you, or it's your energy. Maybe you suffer from migraines. That's from Miss Leo Tarot, but I get here that you're tired of that. The Queen of Swords, again, that represents you and your demeanor. You know what you want. You're going to cut through any man or love situation that doesn't work out. You're not necessarily ready to be in a relationship. I feel like you're 35 years old. I saw. I know that I'm 35. I know that passed from a stroke. Okay, then that person's in spirit around me, because as a medium, I start picking up on their physical symptoms when they passed. But you are someone that's for 35 years old. You're very much an old soul, very wise, and like I said, you're not going to put up at this stage in your life. Typically, when people are in their mid 30s, I'm 37. We no longer start putting up with the things that as 20-year olds would do, or even 18, 19-year olds. So for me, this means that you're not necessarily ready to kind of like get married, but you may be open to the idea of it. But any man that comes into your life, they're going to have to go through your standards, and you're not going to let them get away with it. It's going to be like cutting them off right then and there. And then I got here the Devil card. So again, it's symbolic of a future relationship. If you're not in a relationship right now, it is a future relationship, and there will be some darkness to that relationship. Okay, hun? I'm just being very honest. Maybe they may be someone that you really fall for or that you really love, but there is going to be some kind of darkness here. And I feel like it'll be more from him than from you. And again, these are like the lovers, but there's some kind of toxicity to the relationship. And this could be just Spirit is talking about your ex or your ex past relationship. But I really feel like how I pulled it past, present, and future, that this is kind of like what Spirit is saying. And okay, so let me explain this. You said no, single. Okay. So because this came up, you have free will to choose. And so I feel like this is more of like an omen, or like a spirit guiding you with the Devil card, saying that, again, to beware of men that may come into your life. Not necessarily that you're going to necessarily be in this kind of relationship, but to be very careful, because there is someone that may pop up that may be alluring, that may be very seductive or seducing you in some kind of way. Their energy could be very attractive, very physical, very attracted to the physical, but for some reason behind it, it lacks substance. There's manipulation, there's codependencies. Again, just not good energy, hun. So again, that hold on to those messages, okay? And that's what I get for you. And the person that you know that passed from the stroke, they are okay. I feel like they didn't get to say goodbye in some kind of way. But I am picking up that someone said run from the demon. Y'all guys, I love y'all. Make me laugh. That's what I needed. That's why I love y'all. That's why I keep coming on here. So again, thank you, Miss Leo Tarot. I hope that helps. So we're 54 minutes into the the slideshow. I have about 30 more minutes, and then we'll be done. Okay, let me go up because I know a lot of people have commented. Oops. Okay, Whoa Chili J says, will me and my husband last? I like that name, Whoa Chili. Or Chile. Yeah, Chile. Chili. I was thinking of TLC the other day, and T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili, and I was playing that song, Creep. That was one of my favorite songs. I know a lot of men were upset when that song came out, but oh well. I miss TLC. I miss all of their voices. I know they had an album not too long ago come out. It's just not the same without Left Eye, but still. I still listen to my 90s. I'm one of those people that is weird. I don't like the new music that's coming out. I like some of them, like Ariana, Shawn Mendes, some Taylor Swift. But I kind of more am like the 90s person. I like to tune in, turn on the radio to the 90s station. I don't know, just something about it. Okay, Wochile, I'm going to pull some cards for you. Take a deep breath, relax. Immediately I get here that there is something in your relationship that has kind of stand the test of time. Your relationship with your husband has been a very complicated one. I will say that. Um, the first card I got here is the Four of Cups. Notice that he is sitting in the tree. He's not necessarily happy. He's reflective, almost like feeling alone. So the fact that you're married in a relationship, I feel like you almost feel like you are better off alone, or you feel like you're lonely. Like even though you may have your partner with you, they not necessarily are fulfilling you in some way. I see the cups to me as empty, even though they may be full, but I see them almost like being empty. And I feel like there's some kind of, that's why you're questioning it. There's something in you that is not sure. There's something that it's required a lot of effort and work in this relationship. And I feel like you've put more of the work into it to make it work, to keep balance and to keep him happy. And I don't feel like he's done that for you. Like missing, important days like anniversaries, like Valentine's Day. There's something about Valentine's Day 2 years ago. I don't know what that means, but Spirit, maybe you'll know but Spirit is talking about Valentine's Day. So they show me February as being very specific to you, and also going back to 2 years ago. Then I get the card of strength. So again, you've had to be strong in this relationship. I don't know if there has been some infidelity. I won't say that here on air, but this card typically comes up when you ask about a relationship, or people ask about a relationship. And to me, it symbolizes that the person has had to be strong, and they've kind of, have gone through arguments and a lot of problems in the relationship. It hasn't been easy breezy, okay? So Spirit is also saying for you to continue to be strong. If you're going to be in this relationship, it's going to require strength on your part, and not like throwing in the towel, because you're not a quitter. I feel like you're not giving up on your relationship. You want it to work. And I do feel like you still love this person, and that's highlighted by the next card, which is the Two of Cups, which is very much a part about love, about still loving your partner. Still, if you were single, this would represent maybe someone new in your life, or someone coming that is new in a new relationship. But the Two of Cups to me symbolizes a unity, that there is going to be some kind of positive change. Maybe it'll be minute in how he responds to you, doing things spontaneously, like taking a vacation together. But I do feel like there is still true love, and there still is hope for your relationship. But again, you're going to have to be strong if you're going to be in this relationship with him long term, which I do feel like you still will be with him. I won't say on here if you're going to eventually divorce or separate, but what Spirit is showing me is that there is an opportunity here, quite possibly, if both of you can kind of work through and compromise and have better communication. Your relationship has potential. It's not gloom and doom. But again, this will just depend on you. So that was for Wochile J. So thank you so much for your question. Got some trolls on here. Roger Rivera. Yes, do you see romance in my life and his marriage in the future with whoever my future man will be? Let me see some cards for Roger. Like my pendant, this is, I believe it's an agate slice. It comes from Zoana, which is one of my friends from Australia. She's from the U.S., but she moved to Australia to be with her partner, and she makes these beautiful pendants. It's Oxana. So y'all should follow her on Instagram if you haven't. Those of you that are not getting readings today, if I don't get to you and you've asked a question, you can always book a private reading with me if you want to get a private reading. It will be different. I won't be using tarot cards, but it is a private reading by email. And again, that's the turnaround time. I'm very specific in my emails as much as I can be. So, Roger, I'm going to just pull up some cards for you, okay? Okay, so I got some cards for you. The first card here is the King of Cups. Cups are emotional fulfillment. The King would represent you in this case. I do feel like it's you, Roger. Someone that's very noble, someone that is very giving, someone that has a good heart, a big heart, very trusting, and is a very much a romantic. And that's kind of like what you're looking for in a partner as well, to meet you, meet you halfways. I don't feel like you're so much obsessed with the body type, etc., or the superficial when it comes to it, but more of a soul connection. And that's what I'm getting here with the King of Cups. The next card I got is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is typically, when I hold up the King and the Knight, this is someone younger, someone that is on a horse, maybe riding, coming towards you. And so, yeah, I feel like there is someone coming into your life soon. How soon? It could be within the next 6 to 8 months, very, very soon. This is someone that's maybe a little bit younger than you, someone that has brown hair, brown eyes, could be Latino as well, but is very much business oriented. Okay, so financially they are stable, and I do see that in you. But this relationship, I got the last one here, which is the Ten of Swords, which is backstab and betrayal. Now, not necessarily that this person is going to do this to you, but again, since you're so trusting and just a real good soul, Spirit is being telling to be cautious of anyone, any guy or anyone that comes into your life. Like I said, within the next 6 to 8 months, whether it's just communication with this person, you need to be very careful because there is something about betrayal. Okay, this person may not be specifically honest. Yes, this card is very positive. They seem to have everything together, but the fact that this is more like the future, what Spirit is showing me, that there is betrayal, backstab here. When we see this card, people think that it's just, it's the ending. It's like the ending of a person that's been betrayed, you've been hurt, and you won't get up. How I see it is that even though the person is down on the ground, this is a temporary situation, okay? So whatever happens between here, if this does come to pass for you, Roger, you will get up off of the ground and you will continue to search for the right person. So as far as you're, falling into a marriage right now in the future, I don't see a future marriage right now. I don't necessarily see you being in a long-term relationship. You are going to go through a couple of relationships still before you are at the point where you are necessarily happy. And again, this is just coming from Spirit, from what I see with the cards. So I hope that message helps you. And again, any of you that I have read here using the cards, if you want a deeper meaning or deeper reading, you can always purchase a reading off of my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. So let me go down and see the comments here. Like I said, I keep it real when I do readings, whether it's here or privately. Roger says, I had my heart broken by someone who betrayed me in the past. I'm so sorry. That's what I said. I feel like um, you're just very giving and very honest, and people take advantage of that. Unfortunately, there are some souls out here that prey on people that are too honest or just good energy, and they think they can get away with it. I've been through that myself, unfortunately, but I'm no longer the same Ray as before. I'm much wiser, stronger, and I won't tolerate bullshit. So sorry for my language, but it is what it is. And I'm going to tell people the way they like it or not. What they get, what they see is what they get. And if they don't like what I have to say, well, too bad, so sad. Next. That's kind of like where I'm at in my life as well. So I have no time for the bullshit or for the foolery. And trust me, there's a lot of foolery out there. Courtney Milan, can you please tell me where my computer charger went? I started school soon. I really need it. You'll find it. It's somewhere in your home. I get it somewhere in, like, tucked into like a space on a shelf or something like that. But you'll find it. That's so sweet. Best luck on your school. New vision for youth. Your readings on this year's events were so accurate about our society too. God help us. Thank you so much. It's not easy. Like when I do future readings, I'm not a fortune teller. So I think a lot of people think about psychics and they think that we're just charlatans or we're like fortune tellers, and I'm not a fortune teller. I can tell people their future, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be like that. There's always twists and turns. Like I said, the future is unwritten. How my gift works, though, it does come out with a lot of future things. I've been referred to as a timeline reader, or someone that has an ability like precognition or to see the future. That's how my gift works, and I have no control. When every reading is different, everyone is different. But it is crazy times with all the shootings that we're going through. The person in power, and just everything as a nation. It's crazy. So I'm praying, that my reading on 2020, when 2020 comes around, is wrong. I'm really praying. Okay, Jada Green, will I move and will it be my own home? Okay, Jada, pull some cards for you. I'm ready for summer to be over. That's all I gotta say. I'm tired of these heat waves too. Texas is in a massive heat wave right now, and it's been like up in the triple digits, and that's not even the heat index. Like I'm talking about 110, 107 degrees. It and a lot of humidity factored. It's like going into a boiling room. So Jada Green, about moving to a home, you will be moving with this card is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 of Cups. Excuse me. To me, this symbolizes a move. It also symbolizes kind of like emotionally not being fulfilled, like you're leaving behind something. It's very painful. I feel like a part of you doesn't want to move, but a part of you does. But you will be moving, and there's something on the horizon with the Justice card. Um, this can symbolize a legal issue. I don't know if anyone, if this is not you going through like a lawsuit or a settlement, it could, or child support. It could be symbolized of someone else in your life that is going to go through something legal. But to me, this can mean many things. Maybe that you're seeking karmic justice, but how I interpret it and hold on to it if it doesn't make sense is that there's something legal coming up. It could be something as simple as a speeding ticket, you know, but something legal is coming up that is going to kind of create some balance. It's also saying that there's not balance in your life right now with the scales and the justice system. I also am getting from spirit that maybe you've been mistreated by people, and necessarily there is some karmic justice. So yes, there is some meaning behind that for karmic, but I also see that there's something legal down the horizon. That's for Jada Green. And then the Three of Wands, and looking out to the future, the color yellow symbolizes happiness, happiness fulfillment with the wands in a relationship. Looking out to the future, traveling. Yes, I feel like you definitely will be getting, you will be moving. I'm not sure if you're going to own your own home specifically, but there may be a renting situation, but there is a move, okay? So I hope this helps you, and that's for Jada Green, I believe. That's who I was reading for. Thank you so much for your question. Okay, so let me look here. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and wind down. Spirit is telling me to go ahead and protect my energy because I am feeling a little drained at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up. I'm sorry if I didn't get to you. I will definitely be coming up and doing some more of these. People wanted, those of you that before I end, people were asking me, when will I be doing readings with my Oracle cards? I will be doing them on September 9th. I would do them now, but since they are not released now, I don't want to ruin the surprise. And I know that some people probably that are coming out with products would demonstrate them before, but there's a lot of people that I have that are stalkers that emulate and things like that. So this is the reason that I'm kind of keeping them hush hush until they are fully released. But you can see a snippet of my cards on my website. If you go to my website, I did give a snippet of what four of the cards will look like, and you can see them on there. I definitely will be signing. If you purchase them through pre-order, I decided I'm going to not just do the first 20. I'm going to sign them. After pre-order, I'm not sure. So if you haven't pre-ordered your cards right now, they're $29 to pre-order. After that, my cards will probably be like around $34. But I definitely will be signing all the ones that come in between now and release date, which is September 9th. And I'm releasing them on 999, which again is a spiritual number, very positive. And so I love you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this live, and I will be doing some more. I will be doing some more readings, some more lives. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. I'm really, really wanting you to follow because I'm going to be announcing some giveaways soon. I'm also going to be doing IG lives, Instagram lives. I have one coming up this Sunday with Jasmine Montoya from California. She is an IFC life coach and also a master Reiki healer. And so it's going to be very interesting to talk about, her journey. Then I'm going to, on the 18th of this month, I have Pamela Williams, who is my bestie boo. Love her to death. She is a surviving breast cancer survivor. She's a spiritual practitioner, and we're going to be talking about a lot of good things. And then on the 21st, I have another live on Instagram with Tyson Bunker, who is considered a makeup guru. He is in Las Vegas, and he has high-profile clients and people that look up to him. I can't say that he's a celebrity because he told me not to use that word, but he is definitely like a celebrity in some ways there in Las Vegas, okay? And so I'll be interviewing him, talking about hair, fashion, spirituality. He's very psychic, intuitive himself in his abilities, and so I'll be bringing him on. And then I'm also bringing on the 25th Laurie Sloan, who is from the UK. Shout out to my UK fans and all my rays of light that are in the UK. And she is an intuitive, a clairvoyant, a sorceress. She is a tarot reader. Amazing, amazing energy. So yeah, if you haven't tuned in, all of these will be around 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific Time, and 1 p.m. Mountain Time here in the U.S. And when I do Laurie, which is in London, it will be 8 p.m. London time or UK time for those of you that are tuning in. So I have a lot of different guests for my Soul Chat with Ray. I'm thinking about postponing the Tea with Spirit show. I was thinking of redoing it, getting it out there, but I have so many things coming up. And again, I have to take care of my health first and foremost, but it will definitely be coming back at some point. I will be bringing it back. So blessings and love and light. I love you all. Have a good night.